So in these videos, I'm going to show you a sample questions that could help you creating your Venn diagram for driving risk. Okay, this is Mrs. Tan. Let's say Jamel did another survey to 500 students. Okay, and now this time he surveyed 300 males. Okay, to convince his mother to allow him to get a vehicle. No student has both cars and a motorcycle. So here's the survey results. He surveyed there are 180 boys that has car. 60 of them have motorcycle. Out of these 180, 75 of them got into accidents, and the rest didn't get into accidents. So it's 180 subtract 75 of boys didn't get into accident. 25 out of 60 boys got into accident if they have a motorcycle. So the rest of them, 35 of them didn't get into a motorcycle accident. So now look at the work. We know total student is 500. We know males are 300. Female equal to simple subtraction, 500 subtract 300, 200. Male does not have vehicle, equal to total. Male subtract males with car, male with motorcycle. 300 subtract 180 and subtract 60. So we only care about the male statistics. Okay, there's not one way to create a Venn diagram. It depends on what subset, meaning what small group of information that you want to look at, okay, or you think that's important. In this case, I want to create a Venn diagram that has a subset of car, motorcycle, and accident. And I set up my Venn diagram. Okay, so my Venn diagram has a big box. Okay, this big box represents the population of boys that is in a survey. And the three subsets, a subset of cars, subset of motorcycle, and subset of accident. Okay, so now we want to know how do we fill out the numbers? So look at the table. Okay, so let's understand this Venn diagram first. Okay, so I have a circle cars. I have a circle cars, okay, and there's section that intersected with motorcycle. Okay, so this section right here, they have an intersection, just the car and motorcycle represent the number of students that has both car and motorcycles. And since we know that no student has both cars or motorcycle, the number that goes here will be 0. Okay? So section that out here represent, so let's look at the intersection section first. Section that intersect between green and blue. Okay, this section right here represent male student who has car who got into accident. And we know this number. Who has car who got into accident based on the table? Boys in accident under the column of car is 75. So 75 goes here. Okay. Now look at motorcycle. This section right here represent student who has motorcycle, which is red, and also got into accident, which we know is 25. Okay. Now this intersection in middle represent student who have car and motorcycle and they got into accident. Well, we don't really have a student who has both vehicles, so the number here will be 0. Okay? Now look at this section that has blue. Now, the number that goes here, okay, we need to do some subtractions. Since all the boys, the total boys who has car is 180, and out of it, 75 of them got into accident. So they have car, they just got into accident. So how many who did not get into accident and that have car? Okay, so no accident have car, you just use 180 subtract 75. Okay, 180 subtract 75, they give you 105. So 105 should go here. So when you check your answer, the number that go here plus the number that go into the intersection, anything in the blue circle has to total up to 180 because that is the total student who has car. Now look at the motorcycle. Since we know 60 total numbers should go into this circle because there are only 60 students who has motorcycles. However, 25 of them got into accidents, so we need to subtract those. That leave those who don't get into accidents will go here. So 60 subtract 25 will give you 35. Therefore, when you kind of clean up this, so let's see, that's the last section, this green section. The green section that doesn't have an intersection of red and blue represent students who got into accident, who don't have car and who don't have motorcycle. They may have something else. And we don't have the information. Based on this data that we receive, since we don't have, in this case, we're just going to have 0. Okay? I'm just going to clean up some of these so they look nice. So now let's check. We have included all the students. Since we have 300 boys, right? And 300 subtract 105, subtract 75, subtract 25, subtract 35. I need to make sure I get 0 if I already included everybody. So I do some calculation. 105 plus 75 plus 35 plus 25. It's only 240, subtract 300, which is 60. The 60 boys don't belong to any of this circle. Where do they go? They don't get into accident, they don't have car, and they don't have motorcycle. They just go outside here because this box right here represent people, boys who are in a survey. Okay, so 60 of them are in this survey. However, they don't belong to any of this subset. So here is the Venn diagram. Hope this helped. Let me know if you have further questions. Thank you.